Hello, squid and octo kids. Welcome to It's a Splat Theory. I'm your host, Kat, and today I want to try and answer a question that plagues the Splatoon community. What is it Inklings really eat? Now, there's been a lot of debate on this, and good arguments on all sides. So I want to sort fact from fiction and maybe answer a couple other questions along the way. So let's super jump right into it. First, we should cover what we actually see and heard of Inklings and Octolings eating. It's a very limited list, but there's more than you might expect. First, we'll talk about the most obvious one, Krusty Sean's food. He sells two different varieties, the Shawaffle and the Seanwich. Then there's the food in Splatoon 3, which is sold by Crab & Go, and they sell an even bigger variety of things. The first two types of things being crab trap sandwiches and the pescatorate. That is probably not how you pronounce that. And then there are the two mega ones, being Mega Mountain a la Marigold and Marigold and Garden Greens. In Marina's chat room, when they mention the Squid Sisters, they also show a picture of Off the Hook and the Squid Sisters together, which show them eating french fries, so that means that's another thing they eat. In Sunken Scroll 12 of Splatoon 2, you can see an avocado toast, or a piece of avocado toast, with an egg on it, which is almost impossible since almost all animals went extinct, but we have seen some other birds in the plazas, so. We also know, because of the art book, that they eat bread. And last but not least, there's also all the food in Mecho Mart, like the fruit shown in the Splatoon art book and all the prepackaged foods like some cereals. Now, I know you didn't click on this video to just hear me list off all the food in Splatoon games. I know what you really want to know is why Inklings and Octolings eat seafood, why they're allowed to, and why is a crustacean selling it to them? Well, I'm going to figure that out, and I'll look at every side of the argument, starting with why people think that they do eat seafood. The first big thing pointing to them eating seafood is, well, that's exactly what it looks like they're doing. It looks like the food they eat from the crust bucket and Crab & Go shrimp or prawns, even possibly lobster. I'm not the best at identifying seafood, so if I'm incorrect, correct me in the comments below. But even if I am saying the wrong types of species, that still doesn't change that it looks like they're eating creatures from under the sea, the same place that they once came from. But there is still more proof, and all you need to do is look at what squids and octopi eat in real life. And would you guess that? Octopi usually eat crustaceans from the sea floor, and squids usually eat shrimp, as well as small fish. So if they ate those before they were Inklings and Octolings, why wouldn't Inklings and Octolings eat them now? But there is a reason, and there are reasons that some people think that they don't actually eat seafood. One of the first being that some sea creatures are sentient now, so with them being sentient, aware beings, should they not eat the same type of creatures they were? It just feels wrong, especially with a crustacean selling crustaceans for the Inklings and Octolings to eat. But there is one more thing, one more important detail, an important fact that I haven't mentioned yet, and it comes in the form of one of the Sunken Scrolls. Specifically, Sunken Scroll 21 from the first Splatoon. It says, "What is this? It looks like the proprietor of that shoe shop. Could there have been an ancient creature that consumed prawns as food? A terrifying thought indeed." This almost outright confirms that they don't eat prawns, or any seafood. Remember, this is from the point of an inkling, so if they're outraged and surprised that someone would eat prawns, that must mean that they haven't seen one of their own species do it before, let alone do it themselves. But then the question becomes, if they don't eat seafood, what is it that they eat? Well, there are a few possibilities that I think it could be. The first being maybe it's tofu, just shaped to look like seafood as a novelty. Or maybe it's some sort of, I don't know, funnel cake, like it's fried batter of some kind. Or any seafood replacement, really. But you can make up your own mind on what it is, and comment what you think it is below. And if you enjoyed the video, super jump over to that like button, splat the subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
And as always, stay fresh, stay off the hook, stay cool, and catch you later, Squid and Octo kids.